Hello, my darlings. It is time for some math. So we are on lesson 31, session 3, and I'm on page 699. Wow, we're doing 700 pages of math. You see how I rounded up? That's incredible. So good job. Page 699 says, I have a quadrilateral. It has 4 sides that are all the same length. It does not have any right angles. What is the name of my shape? So I want you to pause this video if you want to. If you don't need to pause it and do this, then fine. But I want you to draw what you think it's talking about. It has 4 sides. They're all the same length. And it doesn't have any right angles. So first, when you hear it has 4 sides that are all the same length, I'm pretty sure you're probably thinking it's a square. But it says it doesn't have any right angles. So this is kind of what I was talking about when you're driving in the car and you're kind of sleepy and you go, and you lean over because you're so tired. So think of a square, and the square is like flopping over to the side. It's still standing up, but it's so tired. It's like at an angle. So the shape will look like this. Now, let's pretend that Miss Lamb drew this shape with all sides being the same length. Okay, we're assuming that because that's what it asked for. Now, what shape is this? This is called a rhombus. And I kind of like to think of, if it helps you at all, I don't know, it helps me to think of a rhombus like this because the R has more going this way and it's kind of leaning this way that the rhombus is. I don't know if that helps you. It's hard to see with the glare and I apologize, but it's a rhombus. That's what that shape is. Let's see if that helps. Nope, not at all. Okay, so then we're on page 700 and this is just talking about, again, modeling it. So it says you can model to help name a quadrilateral, and model is just drawing a picture. It's a fancy word for drawing a picture. I've always told you you could draw a picture to help you in math. So I'm on this page, model it, and they did it with toothpicks. So choose 4 toothpicks, all the same length. Arrange them to look like a quadrilateral. Make sure there are no right angles. Well, you could do that with toothpicks. You could do that with pencils. You could do it with really anything that you line up. You just have to make sure that they're all the same length. It does not have any right angles, so it is not a square. You can make a list of the attributes to help you name a quadrilateral. So first, it's modeling it. The second option is making a list of the attributes. Think about everything you know about this shape. It is a quadrilateral, so it has 4 sides and 4 angles. It has 4 sides that are all the same length. It does not have any right angles, so it is not a square. Using the list of attributes, you can name the shape. So those are 2 different strategies you can use. Whichever one is helpful to you, that's the one that you should use. All right, now I'm on page 701. It says, what is the name of the shape described on the previous page? How do you know? So this is a rhombus, and there's an H in there. It's silent. I'm going to say it's a rhombus because big elephants can always understand small elephants, because it has 4 sides, all the same length, but no right angles. So you should be writing that down in your book. Oh, good, that glare is gone. A square has right angles, and this shape doesn't have any right angles. They don't go up and down. It's not like the corner of a book or a piece of paper or a sticky note, so it can't be a square. All squares are rhombuses, but rhombuses are not squares, because squares have right angles. Okay, number 2, look at the shape to the right. Is it a quadrilateral? Explain why or why not. So that's this shape. Is it a quadrilateral? Well, a quadrilateral has 4 sides and 4 angles. So if this shape has 4 sides and 4 angles, then it's quadrilateral. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So yes, it is a quadrilateral. 2 is yes. 4 sides, 4 angles. Number 3. Is the shape a parallelogram? Is it a rectangle? Is it a rhombus? Explain. So let's start with the first one. Is the shape a parallelogram? No. A parallelogram has 4 sides and 2 are parallel and these 2 are parallel. So the shape above is not a parallelogram because none of those sides, it's like a weird wonky triangle looking thing. So no, it's not a parallelogram. The next question was, is it a rectangle? No, it's not a rectangle. And is it a rhombus? No, a rhombus has 4 sides that are all the same length and no right angles. This shape does not have 4 sides that are all the same length. So no, it's not a rhombus. Number 4. Draw a different quadrilateral that is not a parallelogram, a rectangle, or a rhombus. So a quadrilateral has to have 4 sides and 4 angles. So anything that you could draw could look something like this. Four sides, 4 angles. You could also draw something like this. 4 sides, 4 angles, that's a quadrilateral. So any of those will work. Number 5, you just have to write one word. So look back at your try it. Strategies by classmates, which you don't have, but you have Miss Lamb, and model it and solve it. Which models or strategies do you like best for naming and drawing quadrilaterals? So the strategy that we talked about at the beginning was making, or just on the previous page, was model, or do you like making a list of the attributes to help you figure out the shape? So it's easier for you to draw it out to figure it out or list the attributes. So you're gonna write list or model. I think both are helpful, so you could even write both if you wanted to, but they're really just looking for one there. Okay, page 702. So turn the page, we're on 702. Problem number 6. It says circle all of the quadrilaterals below that have 2 pairs of sides the same length but are not rectangles. So the first one is a rectangle, so you're not going to circle that one. Okay. Hold tight, boys and girls. Hold tight. It is so cold out here and in the garage. We moved into the garage. It's so cold out here that my board is not erasing like it should be. Here we go. Okay. Crisis averted. So let's see if we can get this to erase because it is so cold. My board is like froze. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the ones you're going to, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The ones you're going to circle, it's not the first one because the first one, like I said, is a rectangle. And this is actually a trick question because all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. So hopefully that helps you in which one you're going to circle. So it's not the first one. The second shape, let's see, this kind of work. Oh my goodness, it's so cold. Isn't it? No, it's almost summer. Okay, let's try this. Uno más. Okay, cool. So the first shape is a rectangle, so we're not going to circle that one. This second one says two pairs that are the same, two pairs of sides the same length but are not rectangles. So you would circle this one because it has two pairs. This side is the same length, top and bottom, and then left and right, those are the same length. So circle that shape. That one meets the criteria. And then this one, let's see if it has two pairs of sides the same length, 1 and 2. They're not opposite, like these are opposite top and bottom, left and right. But it didn't say that, it just said two pairs of sides the same length, 1, 2, those are the same length, 1 and 2. So you would circle these two shapes, not these two, because squares are rectangles, and but rectangles are not squares, because squares have 4 equal sides. Rectangles just have 2 sides that are the same length on both sides. Okay, number 7, draw a quadrilateral that has at least one right angle but is not a rectangle. So a quadrilateral that has at least one right angle but is not a rectangle. My advice to you is to draw the right angle first because that's what it's looking for. So on number 7, you could draw the right angle. Go straight up, straight down. It's like the letter L. That's what it is. So pretend that I did that here, okay? But it's not a rectangle, so I'm gonna make this one different. And I'll take this one out like that. So it has one right angle, which is right here. Another option could be, again, draw your right angle, and then we'll have it go a little bit shorter, a little bit longer. Oops, pretend again that goes straight. So kind of the same thing, but you can see that I have a right angle here. All right, number 8, draw a quadrilateral in which all sides are not the same length. So a quadrilateral in which all sides are not the same length. Opposite sides are the same length, but there are no right angles. Then name the quadrilateral. So before, when we first started this session, it was looking for a shape that had all of those attributes except for all of the sides were the same length. So now they want us to do something that's not the same length, opposite sides are the same length, and there are no right angles. Draw the quadrilateral. Well, that's going to be a rhombus. So number 8 would look like this. So pretend, again, that they all match, and so, but you can see all sides are not the same length because these two on the left and the right are longer than the top and the bottom. Opposite sides are the same length. Pretend the top and the bottom and the sides are the same length of the shape that I just drew, and there are no right angles. What is this shape? This is a rhombus. Right, good job. Now we're on the additional support pages, which is page 703. It's green. It says, study the example showing how to name a quadrilateral, then solve problems 1 through 9. Justin is drawing a quadrilateral with opposite sides that are the same length. All 4 sides are not the same length. What quadrilaterals can Justin draw? So he's drawing something that has opposite sides the same length, and with opposite sides that are the same length. All 4 sides are not the same length. What quadrilateral can he draw? So he can draw a rectangle or a parallelogram because it says with opposite sides that are the same length. So these are the same, top, bottom, side to side. Same here, top and bottom are the same, side to side are the same. But all 4 sides are not the same length because these 2 sides are shorter than this. So this is a rectangle, this is a parallelogram. Opposite sides are the same length, the shape has no right angles. This one has opposite sides the same length but has 4 right angles. Number 1, use the shape on the right to answer problems 1 through 5. One wall of a shed looks like the shape on the right. How many sides and angles does this shape have? 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, four angles. So the answer is 4 sides and 4 angles. And this is problem number 1. So I'll draw a squiggly line here. So now this is 4 sides, 4 angles. Number 2. How many parallel sides does this shape have? It only has 2. It has 1 pair of parallel sides. So how many parallel sides does the shape have? Well, this one and this one are not parallel, because if you continue this line down and this line out, eventually they're going to intersect. Parallel lines are 2 lines like choo-choo train tracks that are never ever going to cross. So these are parallel lines on the top and the bottom and the side and side. They're never ever going to intersect. So this shape has 1 pair, 1, 2. So it's 2. Or you could say 1 pair, because a pair is 2. Number 3, how many right angles does this shape have? Well, let's count the right angles. It has 1, 2. This is not a right angle, and this is not a right angle. So it only has 2 right angles. 2 right angles. Number 4. I'm trying to write small since my eraser issue. Number 4, does the shape have 2 pairs of sides the same length? No. All sides are different lengths. Hopefully you can see that it has all different lengths. So no, all sides are different lengths. None are the same length. Number 5. Circle the words you can use to name this shape. So a parallelogram has top and bottom that are parallel, side and side that are parallel. So this is not a parallelogram. Rectangle. A rectangle has 4 right angles, and this only has 2, so it's not a rectangle. Quadrilateral. This is a quadrilateral. So the only name that you could call this shape out of those is a quadrilateral. Turn the page, we're on page 703. Okay, this is fun. You have to use these clues to figure out the answers. So use the clues and shapes A through E to solve problems 6 through 8. Number 6, I have 4 sides. I am a parallelogram. So out of these shapes, which one matches this? I have 4 sides. I'm a parallelogram. I have all right angles. I am not a square. So we're looking for something that has 4 sides. This one I can tell has 4 sides. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So it's not that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have all right angles. No right angles. That one doesn't have 4 sides. All right angles. But it said I am not a square. And letter D. It is letter D. I am shape D. I am a rectangle. So for number 6, you're going to write D, rectangle. Number 7, I am a quadrilateral. So again, 4 sides. That cannot be this one. I do not have any right angles. So any shape that has a right angle, it cannot be that one. My sides are all the same length. That was like what we did at the beginning of this lesson, boys and girls. So if they have all the same length and they don't have any right angles, hopefully you know right out of the gate that that is a rhombus. So you're looking for a rhombus. So that's letter A rhombus. A, and then it's a rhombus. So a rhombus has all sides the same length, but no right angles. Number 8. I have more than one right angle. Okay, some of my sides are the same length. I am not a quadrilateral. We counted the sides and we said that one of them doesn't have 4 sides. It has more. So that would be letter B. So I am shape B. And B is actually called a hexagon. A hexagon has 6 sides. Normally, you would think it would be some other shape. I believe it's the yellow shape in all of your class sets. But a hexagon truly is a shape that has 6 sides. So this is a hexagon. So letter B is a hexagon. Number 9, draw a quadrilateral that has at least 3 right angles, 2 pairs of parallel sides, and all sides are the same length. So if you know it has right angles and you know it has sides that are the same length, then that is a square. So the only choice for number 9 is a square, because a square has at least 3 right angles. It can't have just 3 right angles. It has to be, because if this moved up, then this would change, and then it would only have 2 right angles. So it has 3 right angles. It has actually 4. It has all sides the same length. All sides are the same. It is a quadrilateral, so it has 4 sides. So that way you know it is a square. The only option that it can be is a square. 4 right angles, 2 pairs of parallel sides. All the sides are parallel, top and bottom, side to side, they're parallel. So, and like I said, all squares are rhombuses. So not all rhombuses are squares, because rhombuses don't have right angles, but squares do. I hope this was helpful. I really want you to know what a rhombus is. It has 4 sides the same length, no right angles. It is a quadrilateral. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, let me know. Love you.